Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Bajaj Allianz General Insurance Company's Cabin Chronicles, where we have a closer look at the journeys and stories of some of our top people. Today we have Mr. Aditya Sharma, the Chief Distribution Officer at our very own Bajaj. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So you've completed over 20 years in Bajaj Allianz. How does it feel and ये कैसे मतलब like 20 साल की जर्नी आपकी कैसी रही है?
I have completed 22 years actually. I joined in August 2001. So it's almost now 23, third year running, right?
Yes.
So journey, what I can say is incredible. I can't define probably in words, but whatever I have learned, it is due to this journey only. And I have a lot of memories, lot of interaction with people, lot of encounters with the customers and clients. Few of them very good, few of them very irate at some times, but ultimately it has made me a better person every day, and I'm still learning, so it's still continuing, and I take pride rather to on this journey of mine within Bajaj.
जी सर, लाइक 23 इयर्स मतलब मैं खुद ही 25 इयर्स का होता हूँ. अगर आपकी यहाँ पे जर्नी 23 इयर्स है तो आई कैन इमेजिन दैट इनक्रेडिबल इज द परफेक्ट वर्ड फॉर इट. And so we heard something that you were one of the first visionaries in our industry to come up with the idea of VSOs. तो ये कौन सी मार्केट की एक नीड थी या कोई आपको पेन पॉइंट गेन पॉइंट समझ में आया कि आपने इसका विजन देखा?
I think when I came to Pune in 2014, then we were toying with the idea of doing business digitally. We started web sales, and I was heading web sales at that point in time. So we were finding it difficult that people were not using, websites to buy insurance, because ultimately it's a product which you normally sell. It's not bought, because you don't want to buy a dry product like insurance because you don't feel a need for it, unlike maybe for cosmetics, for your electronic goods, for your clothes, shoes, etc., etc. So people were not coming to our website that frequently that we wishing for. Then we thought that, okay, can we take our website to our customers? So then we had these inventions of tabs and apps, and all those things were taking prominence, and we thought that if we start physical offices in the hinterland of India, it may cost us a lot of money. So why not we have a person working from the field, having a tab, and with our app he should be doing all the office work that he can do from an office. So we said we should have an office on the go in the form of a tab, and our business requires a lot of inspection, pre-inspection, photographs of vehicles. So some device which can click photographs. So tab was fitting fit, because with the help of tab you can click photographs, upload it, and you can go to people, and it had wider display rather than the phone. So you can use it like an office. So we tried it with that, and then we went out to almost 1400 cities, and we had so many people working and doing this business. Now that model has been, we are very happy to share that almost all the insurtech players, all the insurance companies, everybody has either virtual offices or digital offices or whatever name they call it. But we were the first to have that model in India. So that is a good satisfaction, and we built a lot of distribution with the help of that.
Like you've truly like impacted the country, not just our industry but the country with this idea. And speaking of mobile offices, the term you used, I've actually heard that in your early days you used to be on your bike all the time and you used to use your bike and just your phone as a mobile office. So does this idea also resonate from that angle?
Yeah, I think that was way back in 2001 when I started my career with Bajaj Allianz. And we had very lean staff at that point in time. We were 5 or 6 of us who used to take care of, and I was working in Delhi, and 5 or 6 of us used to take care of the entire Delhi. And Delhi is a large city. It's one of the biggest metros that we have. in terms of area, in terms of number of people, and in terms of number of cars also. And we were doing a number of vehicles from these cities, and I used to take care of almost most of the motor related agents and dealers. So we tried getting into, from one end I used to stay in West Delhi, from West Delhi to Central Delhi where our office was, from there to East Delhi. We had one or two dealerships there. Then from going there to Okhla, which is in South Delhi, and then coming back. That was on an average daily practice. And bike, on over the bike, having cover notebooks, your poster, your banners in your jacket, riding bike, and then coming back in the evening to home by meeting say 20-25 people at least. Every day 150 kilometers. That was the day initially when and we were operating without an office, because we were operating from one of Bajaj Auto's kind of garage. So there was no temptation to come back to office also. So we used to spend more and more time in the field itself, and it again, but that was fun.
Like, you've truly traveled a lot in your career, and you've come all the way here. And speaking of time in office, like you just said that spending time in office. So nowadays, I'm sure, like, being the CDO, you're extremely busy, spending almost your entire day and life here. So how do you maintain that work-life balance, and do you have time for any hobbies?
Yeah, work-life balance had never been a problem for me, at least, because it starts with your discipline. Since beginning, I wake up early in the morning. Still date, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I do all my exercises, yoga, whatever, meditation, whatever I want to do, morning rituals till by 7:30. And by 8:30, I leave my home even today. And I'm one of those few who come office early. I reach normally before 9 o'clock. And if you start early, I feel then there is no problem. Then the time is on your side. You at least, if you are starting your day at 9, you at least gain 2 hours in the morning itself. But in the evening, I think by 8:30 I reach home, and that is good enough. And after that, no phone calls and nothing else. So that is a good enough time.
That's like great that even now that you're able to, you wake up at 5 a.m., which is like, I've only heard that about Akshay Kumar and all these years, so something of that sort. And what about hobbies, sir? Do you have any particular hobbies that you still give time to?
Yeah. Since beginning, we used to watch a lot of movies. Every Saturday, Sunday was fixed for that. But post-corona, I have left that because I could not handle now you can say the rush and of all those things. But another hobby that I picked up very early in my career was reading. I still pursue that. I try to finish 2 books at least in a month. I travel a lot. Whenever I am in a flight, I never touch my phone. I only open up book, and till the time you reach at your destination in 2 hours or 1.5 hours, you are already 60-70 pages of a book is already been read. So it has given me a lot of insights also. It gives you a lot of motivation also. It keeps you focused. So I can say reading. I have played a lot of cricket, even in Bajaj Allianz also. In Delhi, we had a team. In Mumbai, we had a team. In my initial year in Pune, I used to participate in all the tournaments that we used to organize. But now, because of the eyes and eyesight has started weaning, so I thought it's a good idea to not to play, but I still would like, whenever I find time, I still try to play that.
So if you were a little more fit, we would probably see you in the IPL at this point. So like the time you give to your fitness is a big part of that. And our viewers are very happy to know that you have so many hobbies. Like, otherwise people say that they're too busy with work, so they don't have any hobbies. But it's incredible that you have 3 very good and big hobbies. And some of our viewers are actually avid readers, so they would like to know which is your favorite book or one of the nicest books you've read lately.
So there are many favorite books. I normally read the books which someone recommends me, and I feel that okay, these are good books. At different point in time, different books have played a different role, and I have always tried to absorb things from the books. And I have read business books, I have read self-help book, I have read autobiographies, biographies, spiritual books, everything. and whatever I have learned from them, I try to apply that, because unless and until you try and apply a few learnings, then there is no fun of reading it. Very early on, I read Winning when I was opening a branch, and when we said that in Winning, Jack Welch has written how your the floor shop has to work. So it helped me setting up my office, and how the process has to move, where should the customer coming in, or the agents coming in, trainings and all the departments putting together. Another book I think I always admired was The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And then when we were building a virtual office, then there was one book called Scaling Up. That is very good business book, I must say. It's kind of Bible, where it talks about a lot of matrices, looking at people from a different lens. Good to Great, Blitzkillers. Recently, I have read. It's a story of hyper growth of LinkedIn. Right now I'm reading Outlive, which again I am finding very, very profound. So there are a lot of books. I can go on and on by talking about all these books, which has had profound impact on my entire thought process and the way I keep on thinking. A lot of books on coaching, a lot of books on mentoring, a lot of books on meditation. Another book that I'm keep on reading is Book of Secrets. This is by Osho, which talks about 112 meditation techniques and all. So a lot of books. I can talk of probably lot more.
So from these plethora of books that you must have read, like probably hundreds of books in your lifetime, which is the one book you would recommend to people like me, like young youth who are trying to get into the corporate world or just becoming better people in general?
So I think you pick up any biography. I read autobiography of Benjamin Franklin, which was very good. Because autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi, that is My Experiment with Truth. Even Tesla's, Elon Musk's biography. I because if you look at the Steve Jobs, right? If you read all these books, you get to know how and very, very profound, which has impacted me, was Richard Branson's autobiography, because the way they have taken risks and moved ahead in their career. Youngsters should read more. That at that point in time, when there was no technology, when there was nothing, they still were thinking innovation. Now we have made innovation as a fad today. That now with the help of technology you can do innovation. Benjamin Franklin, 1800s, 18th century, he used to talk about innovation. So then you kind of relate to people, and then you think that, okay, if he used to think like this in that era, how should I be thinking about it? So a lot of books. Blitzscaling, I have said that these are the books you should read and see how people have made very good businesses and how they have built their careers.
Yes, and you raised a very good point that how leadership has changed over the years. That there was innovation before. Innovation was probably more necessary before than is now. Maybe it's even more so necessary now. So how do you think in your career of 22, 23 years has leadership evolved and changed, being a leader yourself for a plethora of years?
I think it has. I'm still learning, still changing. I know, I keep on quoting, and Isaac Newton, I think he has said that I know I know many things, but I still know very little, because in this world, a lot of things to learn. You can learn something about some part of the business or life or something, but still there is a lot of knowledge which has been acquired. One has to be a continuous learner and keep on evolving himself. And never ever should anyone think whatever I am thinking is the only perspective that one should have. If you are open to feedback, if you are open to learn every new days, if you are open to learn, as I said, I learn from every book I read. I try to learn from every person that I meet formally, and I keep on meeting a lot of people just to discuss few things, so that I can get some mentorship from there, both within the organization and outside the organization, irrespective of their designations. So it's a constant. It's your quest to learn more, which keeps you going. And leadership, there is no fixed style of leadership. You keep on evolving, you keep on changing, and you take decisions as per the situations. But you still have a style, obviously. But the ultimate aim of any leader probably is how whatever you decide, you execute it well. So execution has always been a key or a priority for me, that whatever I am doing, whatever I am committing, whatever I am predicting, I should be able to execute that to the core. So that is one thing I will never like to miss, that if you are a leader, you should have good predictability, delegation power, and direction to people, and ultimately result orientation.
Thank you so much, sir, for that wisdom, and that's an incredible insight. That first, it should be about thought clarity, and then about execution, and to execute something perfectly. And coming from you, like who's been at the top of so many new projects, so much innovation. So yes, on that note, sir, we would like to thank you and again congratulate you for completing over 22 years here. And thank you so much for being part of our episode.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. So thank you so much for joining us in the second episode of Bajaj's Cabin Chronicles. Stay tuned for more and stay subscribed. Thank you.